wanna rub on my body, but she know that I got a bitch. She don't really care, she fuckin' for fun. She told me that she want a kid. I told her bitch no, I just wanna fuck. Then I'm leaving, can't stay. Folks got a Glock, he shoot it like Ray Ray. Yeah, you know he gon' spray. Glock, target practice, we don't miss, so bitch, watch what you sayin'.
The heavy hitters are back, man. Throw your H's up. I'm your boy Jay.
I'm your boy Amity.
As y'all see, y'all boy Amity is back for a period of time.
Yeah, basically, to cut a long story short, I have a lot of things going on in my personal life right now. So I am still a member of the channel. I'm not going anywhere. I just can't commit to a set schedule yet. So you might see me here, you might see me there. Once I get my life kind of back on track, I'll be back.
Life is just life, and it's all good, gang.
I'll be back full time soon enough, and you'll be seeing this like how you used to.
So since you got the phone, you're gonna have to take the lead on this one, bro.
That's fine with me. So we are going into the Summerslam review, because Summerslam was just this past Saturday in Cleveland, Ohio. Match that started us off, and I can remember it without having to look. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship.
This match, it was cool. I feel like, Rhea Ripley is just great at everything. Mm-hmm. Liv Morgan, not even just in terms of her character work, but her in-ring ability, she's been stepping it up. I do like what she's been doing. She's been killing, bro. All the craziness and all the stuff she's been doing, all the stuff fighting over Dominic. Dom's a lucky dude, bro. You got Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley or Mommy fighting over him. So
two good-looking women fighting over one dirty Dom.
Yeah, man. So,
and fun fact, before this match even started, Rhea Ripley had not been pinned or submitted in over, I think they said it was like 13 months or something like that. Or no, 26 months.
What did they say her last L was?
To Liv Morgan. the last woman to pin Rhea Ripley was Liv Morgan.
Okay, and that was like on some random episode of Raw, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay. So this match has been building ever since the night after WrestleMania, right?
It was the night after WrestleMania. I thought it was like the week after, because basically Liv had just came back from injury. Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, Rhea is the one who put her on the shelf, and she took, I think it was, and they said 8 months for Liv.
I think it was close to a year for sure.
And Rhea caused the injury, so that revenge was still in the back of her mind. So when she came back, her whole thing was the Liv Morgan revenge tour. Mm-hmm. And I believe Rhea was already coming out of the match injured, because I think she was wearing a sling like the next night on Raw.
She was. That was the match she had with Becky Lynch.
Yeah, so she was already injured. Liv just made it worse. It was the best.
What the hell is Becky Lynch mean?
Her contract expired, so
she's probably just chilling.
So she's taking some time to spend with her kids, and she's a free agent as of right now.
Okay, that's what's up.
Does she go to All Elite Wrestling? Does she not?
It's possible. But I
think probably not, because Seth, I think, re-signed, so I don't think she's going anywhere.
She seemed like one of them for lifers anyway.
Yeah.
They treated her good. She don't really have a reason to go over there. But back to the match. This match was cool. It was cool. I did like the spot when I guess it seemed like Rhea dislocated her shoulder and she started like...
Oh, she popped it right back.
Yeah. She different, bro.
That's also the second Judgment Day member to have to pop their shoulder back in. First one being...
Was Finn?
Yes, was
Finn, yeah. So, eventually Dom tried to throw the chair in.
Yeah.
To supposedly help Rhea.
Yeah, Dom threw the chair and Rhea was holding it up and was about to swing at her. And then Dom grabbed it and took it away.
Right. And then she was like, "What are you doing?" She took everything from me. And then Dom's like, "Not this way." Bro, you a heel. Why do you care how she winning, bro?
That's actually a good question, because if you're a heel, it's by any means necessary.
Unless
Rhea was built as a babyface for this match because of Liv.
She most definitely was. She was most definitely the babyface in this.
Because then it couldn't be two heels back to back. So I guess it forced Dom into a babyface role for the match, I guess. I don't know.
But, Rhea turned around. Liv hit the Oblivion, 1, 2, 3. And Dominic was like, "Oh, I messed up." They go back. He helps Liv up. He kisses her. I'm just like, dang. And Rhea, it looked like her soul, like her heart dropped to her stomach when she saw that. So, what you think, bro?
It is out of left field, I will admit that, because it's like you could already see that in between phase going on. Then Rhea comes back, and then Dom's like, I'm all in with Rhea, you know, I hate you, Liv, like blah, 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 blah. But then just for it to come back around and he changed his mind like twice. Because, like, keep in mind, he was about to basically kiss Liv already.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rhea came back, then he went away, and then he just did it again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, as Pat McAfee likes to say, that is a snake in the grass, that is dirty Dom.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell Rhea's get like, she's one of the top women, she gets one of the biggest reactions in a good way. And Dom gets probably the biggest reaction, where he's probably the top heel. Not the top. He's one of the biggest
heels. They do
heel.
not let him finish a word.
I know. So the way the fans react to Dom is way opposite from the way the fans react to
Rhea
for sure. So I guess that's a good thing. Rhea could probably go be, babyface now.
And I think that's what they're gonna end up doing. So
she low key been babyface for a minute though. Anyway, like the fans already determined she babyface.
I think they forced her into that babyface role. Like I think all the way back after she beat Charlotte. I think she was just already there.
Yeah. What's the next match we got, bro?
Next match we have is for the Intercontinental title. We have the champion Sami Zayn going one-on-one with Bron Breakker. What was his nickname again? The Mad Dog, I think, for some reason.
The Mad Dog, that's what they call him?
I can't remember. I thought that.
Well, I know they just say he got that dog in him. I don't know what exactly. He's a beast, bro.
Well, I've called him the Mad Dog, so he's the Mad Dog now, I guess.
Well, Emmy coined him as the Mad Dog, so that's what the heavy hitters are calling him, the Mad Dog. I don't know. I might have to get used to that, bro. I don't know if I call him that off the
If I see a shirt like that in the near future, WWE, you owe me some royalties.
Y'all
I gave you
owe
that
us some money. We on y'all heels.
I gave you that shirt idea.
So this match, Sami Zayn and Bron Breakker, I think we kind of expected, they would have a good match.
Well, Braun's been on this mean streak of like, okay, we've brought you in to the main roster, but you left me out of the King of the Ring tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He borderline was left out of the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, he's just been like wreaking havoc, bro. Ever since he came up, he's just been killing people, bro.
It's like he's been killing people in the ring, but then it's like the mentality they have is like, remember that Sami Zayn conspiracy theory thing that he had going on because he kept getting screwed? I felt like
that.
Yeah, like he just was like all these opportunities he could have had, they just didn't let him do.
Yeah, I feel like if Nick Aldis was the GM, he would have put Bron Breakker in his place. But Adam Pearce, he kind of a pushover, bro. So
yeah. Because Aldis has even gotten physical with some of his people if he has to.
He told Roman Reigns, like, no, this ain't your show. This is my show. Like, who do you think you are? So, yeah. Shout out to Adam Pearce, though. Adam Pearce, I kind of rock with him, gang.
I'll give Nick Aldis credit for you to be able to get in front of Roman Reigns and Cody and just be like, hey, not here, not now. That's props to you, dude.
Yeah, so this match, I think I expected Bron Breakker to win. The young bulls. Sami Zayn had a solid run with the title. I feel like,
been since Mania, so I think it's been about
it's
5 months, 4 months?
4 months. He went the top of April, so it's been 4 months. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a Sami Zayn fan. I think Bron Breakker the future, though. I think he got it all.
Well, for sure. Like him, Carmelo, Ilya.
Yeah.
I see them all being future world champions down the line.
For sure. What we got next, bro? I don't really have to. It was a solid match. I like the young going over the young going over the veteran. So what we got next, bro?
Well, this one's ironically going to be the opposite. It's going to be the veteran going over the young guy. We got LA Knight versus Logan Paul, who had Machine Gun Kelly accompany him down to the ring for the United States title.
Yeah, so Logan Paul matches, a lot of shenanigans happening. Logan Paul is very good though. We're not gonna ever get this messed up.
Who did he have in his last match as the celebrity? Wasn't it Speed?
Yeah, I show Speed. He tries to buck up a Randy Orton and got RKO.
Yeah,
but I don't know what he was thinking. But
and they always got him coming down in them Prime Bottle costumes.
Yeah, I think last year was KSI.
Yeah, it was KSI. Who I thought it was going to be again when they brought the Prime Bottle back. Oh no, it was I Show Speed. I'm like, oh, that's a twist.
Yeah.
He was acting over cocky though. He was acting like he was a whole wrestler.
Yeah, bro. He pushed Randy Orton. Randy Orton didn't move at all. I'm like, bro, that's a 300-pound man you shoving like that.
Didn't he not only RKO, but wasn't it through a table?
Yeah, so ISO Speed barked at him. Randy Orton barked at him back and dropped him to RKO.
That's what got me. It wasn't even the RKO. It was the.
Instead, yeah, dropped him. Yeah, bro. So
You heard it here. I Show Speed WrestleMania 40.
you know he went on the game. He went on the game and kept losing to Randy Orton too.
Oh damn.
So he he changed the difficulty. I think and then he won. But back
I had it on easy, bro.
probably. So LA Knight and Logan Paul. Let's get back to the match before we lose focus. This match, it was solid. You know, we know how Logan Paul match is gonna go. The crony's gonna jump in. He's gonna drink some prime.
He's gonna hit the frog splash.
Yeah.
I don't know where if he can.
He's gonna do things. He's gonna do things like, man, this dude is a YouTuber. Like, he shouldn't be doing stuff like this. For a dude, this is probably what his 10th match.
Yeah.
It seems like he's getting better and better. Like, he could retire from YouTube and go into wrestling full time and snap if he wanted to.
He's good, but the one thing I'm starting not to like with him is it just seems like I'm just seeing the same 3-4 spots over and over again. 3 Amigos, frog splash. He's on camera at one point saying like he's just making himself go viral like off that.
Yeah.
Like it's just the same 3-4 moves.
Yeah, I like the match, and I'm glad that LA Knight got his time. Hit him with the BFT. Logan Paul he defended the title twice in like 8 months though, or 10 months, or however long he had the title.
Yeah, I think he had it more than everybody else did because I think most of these title matches, the champions have been champions since Mania, if not after. I think the longest one was
his.
Right. But I think he won it back at
Crown. He beat Rey Mysterio at Crown Jewel, one of them Saudi Arabia shows. So that was like October or September or something.
I thought it was not the champions for some reason. It was one of the 2 Saudi shows.
I think it was Crown Jewel. I think it was Crown Jewel. I could be wrong. I think it was October. Or November, the top of November probably. Comment down below when Logan Paul won the title. Man.
But he had a nifty little run, and LA Knight was due for a title.
Yeah.
I mean, he hadn't held one in a while.
Ever. And well, in terms of WWE.
Well, from WWE, he hasn't held any, but from like all of his wrestling accomplishments, it's been a minute. But it was long overdue, and it's gonna be curious with his title reign going forward, just to see who's next to challenge LA Knight.
Yeah, who are the mid-card heels?
Carmelo.
Okay. After Carmelo, you got to start building some people up though.
Yeah, because outside Carmelo, I have no idea.
So
because Carmelo's trying to instigate his way into everything, so it's kind of.
Yeah, so we're gonna see, man. Shout out to LA Knight, he deserved it. Long overdue. He finally got his moment. I thought he was gonna get it at WrestleMania, but you know.
Took some time.
What we got next, bro?
Next we have Nia Jax versus Bayley.
Alright.
Before we get into this match, I just want to comment and say one thing. I am not a fan of Tiffany Stratton's briefcase. Just saying.
I'm a fan of Tiffany Stratton's briefcase.
I don't know. I think for me it's the strap, making it look like a purse. I think that's what's killing it for me.
That's her character though, bro. She just...
I know she's like the Barbie of WWE.
Yeah, like, you know, yeah. She just like real like high school bully type, airhead type, you know.
Like the popular girl kind of thing.
Yeah, that type of thing. Bayley and Nia Jax. This match was cool. Nia Jax has never been that great of a wrestler.
Her like what's the word I'm looking for? Like how she is on the stick recently hasn't been that bad. I like the comments she made in one of the promos she did where it's like, back then I knew it was the Hugger Bayley, but what Bayley is this now?
BBL
the
Bayley.
BBL Bayley?
Hey, nah. Hey, the fact they mentioned in Metro Boomin, he already doing the Bad Blood, and now they talking about his diss song towards Drake. Like, they got a lot going on, bro. But yeah,
the fact that WWE's just like, hey, go talk about her BBL. There you go. I'm just like,
Bayley don't have a BBL, bro.
Well, apparently the Nia she does. Apparently.
We gonna see, man. Comment down below if y'all think Bayley got a BBL. I don't think so, bro.
I think it's just how it's shaped, probably. But anyway, we're getting in the wrong section of the match here. So basically, I think this was just one of the more of those like standard matches. I don't really think there was anything that stuck out to me.
Not really. I think I don't think Nia winning was like shocking. I think I expected Nia to win, especially since she just won Queen of the Ring. And this is the first time the Queen of the Ring got the title shot, because that's how they used to do it back in the day. Like when Brock won King of the Ring in 2002, he got to wrestle The Rock at SummerSlam. So I don't think they wanted to just have the first Queen of the Ring lose the title match. And then we obviously saw.
She wasn't the first queen, it was Selena.
No, I'm talking about the first one to get the title shot.
Oh.
So this is the first time they had the Queen of the Ring get the title shot at, you know, the next paper at the SummerSlam.
I think, and this is just my broad opinion, this isn't knocking Bayley as a champion, but I don't know what it is. Her title reign to me just hasn't seemed eventful.
Not at all.
It just seems like it's been bland.
Yeah, it's kind of like they really didn't have anybody lined up for her.
I think it would have been interesting if they kept the damage control thing going for her.
Well, maybe she wrestled Dakota next or something.
Dakota or Kyrie or one of them. Like, you would have kept it going, but when you purposely split all of them up, it's like,
yeah. Now
what? And it's like, you could have done a whole spot and a half where, like, I know this might have been pushing her too fast, but it's like, they could have done something with Jade. At least that maybe would have made them.
No, bro. I don't know, bro, about Jade being thrown in the mix that quick.
Well, I just feel like it would have made the reign more eventful. It just seems like it's been.
You would have fed Jade her? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I felt like it would have been interesting. Because it's like with Nia, it's like on the stick she's aight, but it's just like in the ring, it's like watching paint dry.
Most definitely.
Like, that's just how it feels.
Yeah, this match, Nia is one of those people. She's a force. I feel like her character and some of the stuff she's been doing, this has been some of the best stuff she has been doing for a while. And I'm kind of interested in seeing, what's next for her. Maybe she becomes a monster heel champion.
I think what's killing it is I think the women's world title on Raw is overshadowing the SmackDown title. Because, like, you look at the star power that they have on Raw.
That's a fact.
And you look at what they have on SmackDown. It's like, not to say SmackDown doesn't have a good roster. I mean, they have Bayley, they have Naomi, they have Bianca, they have Jade. Like, they have Tiffany Stratton. Like, they have good people over there. But just, like, you kind of have it where they're all doing their own certain things. So it's like you make the title over there look lackluster versus... Like, you look at Raw and you got Rhea and Liv, which was the best thing going. And it's going to continue now, especially with Dom turning. But it's just like, you look at what storyline you had going over there, and then you see with the one over here where it's like, okay, Nia won. She's the Queen of the Ring. She gets the title shot. There's nothing really... I mean, the only other thing in the feud, or in the whole thing that you could look at is like, oh, Tiffany was always in the background, like, I have it. You
wanted to be a more personal feud, because it wasn't really personal. It was just she was Queen of the Ring, she got her title shot.
Pretty much, because with Liv and Rhea, you saw it was personal.
That's a blood feud.
Like, you saw the true animosity between the two. And then you look at this one, it's just like, okay, Bayley was like, I'm the babyface, I'll take on anyone and everyone, and then Nia wins. It's like, all right, I got the shot next, and it's just like, there's nothing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It wasn't nothing personal.
It was just a standard match to me.
Yeah, there wasn't a story to tell in the ring or nothing. It was just when Nia won, I was a little shocked because I thought Bayley would have a longer reign with it.
That's what I thought too.
But we'll see what Queen Nia does as champion.
It sure will be interesting. I hope in the sense I'm not the biggest fan of Nia, but at least if you're gonna do her title reign, at least do it right. Just don't have it be like I'm watching paint dry.
Yeah, her last title reign back in 2017 or whatever, 2018, it was pretty trash.
So, next up, speaking of animosity and blood feud, what damn near could have been a bloody match in itself, Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk with Seth freaking Rollins as a special guest referee.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. This is one of the matches I was the most hyped about.
Oh, I was too.
So, with Drew and CM Punk already hating each other, Seth Rollins being the referee, hating both of these guys.
Yeah, because he had been hating Drew all the way back to last year, and then you add when Punk comes back and he was the animosity that's there, and the fact that they haven't even gone 1-on-1 in the ring yet since his return.
And this was CM Punk's first televised match since he's been back.
True.
So I think we keep forgetting about that because it's been like he's been back for like 9 months and he hasn't. Besides the Royal Rumble, which really don't count.
Yeah, because it's just here. It's a Rumble. It's not an actual
So
match.
This is his first match back, and
Some people said his attire was similar to his 2012 attire. They said with the pink and the black.
oh, you know he's a big Bret Hart guy. So, and I know SummerSlam. Where was that again?
Cleveland.
It was in Cleveland. I know, so that didn't have nothing to do with that. Maybe it was something about.
Did he wear something similar to that back in 2012?
I don't know, but
That's what someone said. They said it reminded them of the 2012 Punk attire.
maybe. But you know,
So I'm trying to remember, where did he wear it? Was it? Did
What?
he wear it? I know he wore it at some pay-per-view. I just can't think of. Maybe it was Night of Champions or something. I have no idea.
but you know, this match was the match. It was a good match. Seth Rollins, they're doing illegal things. They hitting each other with chairs and all this. Seth Rollins is just like, oh no, go ahead, y'all go ahead, kill each other. I like this.
Well, because they said flat out going in, they're like Seth was going to be impartial, but he said he's like, look, you guys don't have to, because they said before the match, they said you cannot put your hands on each other because basically it'll just kill the match, like it'll cancel it altogether. But he's like, I'm literally going to be lenient, like I'm going to be a ref, I'm going to make the count, but I will let things go at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why he allowed them to damn near kill each other.
Yeah, and you know, steel chairs were brought out. There was that spot where Drew McIntyre had dropped CM Punk's bracelet, and Seth Rollins put it on just because he picked it up and just threw it on real quick. And CM Punk saw the bracelet on. You remember that spot?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Didn't he have him up for a GTS at one point too?
I think he did, and he saw Seth with the bracelet on and was like, "You MF, why do you have my bracelet on?" And Seth was like, "Nah, bro, it ain't like that. It was on the ground." And then Seth got, I think, was that the end of the match?
I think it was towards the end of it because I know there was a spot where he had the Anaconda device on Drew, and he saw that he had the bracelet on.
Oh, yeah,
It's
he
like
was trying
while
to
he
get
was
it
doing
off.
that, he was taking it off.
Right, and that's when it fell on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. I like this match. I love blood feuds, bro. Like, I love when two dudes just hate each other so much that they just want to kill each other.
I think Drew's last few feuds have just been him hating one guy. First it was Jay. He just hated him after he left the Bloodline, and then it just went straight to Punk.
Yeah.
Like his last two feuds have been Jay and Punk, and it's just he's hated them.
Seth Rollins, a little bit, because they had that match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, it was also. I think his was more for the title.
Yeah.
But with Punk and I was about to say Punk and Drew, with Punk and not Jimmy, Punk and Jay, it was personal.
It's all good, bro. It's a lot of names we talk about right now.
Yeah, a lot happened that night, to say the least.
So, yeah, man, I was in tune. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre might be feud of the year.
Most definitely.
It might be feud of the year. I low key, yeah, it's easily feud of the year. What am I talking about? Might be. That's easily feud of the year. Cody and Roman too, though. Cody and Roman. I mean, but I'll say Bloodline versus Cody too, because the Bloodlines has been giving Cody hell for over a year.
I do like that promo Cody had on SmackDown talking about, I know how your family is. The moment you guys are bored, you're bored and they hate Cody. He's like, I'll take you all if I have to.
Speaking of Cody Rhodes and the Bloodlines, is that our next match?
No, that was the main event. There's still one. I think there's one more in between.
What was the match before?
Gunther and Priest.
Alright, cool. Gunther and Priest. Top tier.
Now, before we get into this, it's the same as Nia and Bayley. Gunther won King of the Ring, and this was his title shot for the world title.
Damian Priest, low key, been turning babyface. You know, Gunther was going at him, talking about he was trash and he had to grow up in the hood. And Gunther didn't have to grow up in the hood. He grew up in a nice neighborhood. You know, he went to, he had, his parents gave him everything. So he didn't have to go fight people on the streets. Simple stories, but, it's effective because people can relate to that type of stuff.
And then, the big thing with Priest, too, going in is, Finn and them kept trying to get involved and, blindside people. Priest is like, no, I'm not doing it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm handling my business on my own. I didn't ask you to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
I'm handling my business.
Yeah.
So, in a way, and it's the subtle things you can tell is, even when you see him, when he was on the backstage with a shirt, he didn't have, a purple and black, Judgment Day Priest shirt. It was his old, Puerto Rican, shirt, like he had like the actual colors. So it's like you can kind of see the subtle things.
Yeah.
The subtle changes that give it away.
Overall, we kind of knew Gunther and Priest. Gunther don't have bad matches, at least to me.
I don't think he does either.
He don't really. You could put him. You could put Gunther in the ring with me, and we'll put on a 5-star match. And I can't wrestle a lick. Like so, I mean, I just feel like he's that good, bro. You could throw my man Emily in there, 5-star match.
I can't wrestle worth a damn, so there you go.
I'm not athletic at all. I'm pretty sure bro not athletic at all. We could make something happen.
I'm not athletic with a game controller, but that's pretty much as far as I got.
Look, that man just don't miss. TV matches, pay-per-view matches. When you watch a Gunther match, you know you're getting an instant classic.
I don't think I've seen that man botch for real either.
There was that one move, when he took that brain buster on the, I think that's called a brain buster. When he took that on the turnbuckle with Sami Zayn,
yeah,
I was like, God damn. But
other than that man don't miss.
So, all right,
they talk about Melo don't
now here's another thing, bro. Here's another thing about Gunther.
They talking about Melo don't miss, not Gunther don't miss.
Bro, Gunther has been a champion in WWE 90% of his time in wrestling. He just lost the IC title
after having the most demonic reign because it said he held it for 666 days. So his title is really demonic.
He only went 4 months without a title.
True.
And then all that time in NXT, he was a champion most of the time.
Well, wasn't his NXT UK champion reign like 500 something days or like 700?
Bro, I think it was pretty. It was like 600. He was on some stuff, bro. I don't know.
I think Elliott is the one who beat him too.
Elliott is the man who beat him. So
this man, pretty much in his entirety of being in WWE, whether it's NXT UK or the main roster, has held a belt for most of it.
Yeah. So Gunther and titles just go hand in hand. If he drop a title, he's getting another one like that. So, man, shout out to Gunther, my favorite wrestler in the world right now.
Now the big thing too going out of this match is now we've already saw earlier in the night that Dirty Dom turned on Rhea. Mm-hmm. Sadly, there was another Judgment Day turn. And it was from his right-hand man, Finn Balor.
Man.
Ended up costing him the title. And you see, here's the thing. I've kind of seen that for a while, and here's why. I saw it go as far back as SummerSlam.
You know what? That's what I was thinking about. And I know, bro, if bro was here, he would have said the same thing because he thought Finn was going to win it last year.
I did too. And it's like, Priest was basically out there basically to antagonize him and he's going to catch him. And he ultimately ended up costing Finn the title. So that right there literally built the stepping stones to where it was going to be this year. Like, this was just a whole animosity thing from, like, literally last year now. Because it's like, oh, you cost me my moment last year. You're going to get the same thing back this year.
Yeah.
And, Finn's a good wrestler, and I know he'll be champion down the line. But it seemed like when he was in the Judgment Day, it seemed like he was kind of a lackey. Like, okay, like when he first got brought in the Judgment Day, turned on Edge. It's like, okay, it seemed like he was going to do something for him, but then it's like, over time, like the leadership, even though they say there isn't any, it seemed as if like the leaders were more Rhea and Priest, and Finn was just in the background.
Well, Finn was like a guy in the Judgment Day. Like, he was damn near on JD level, JD and Dom level.
And they just ridiculed him.
Carlito level.
And they just ridiculed him to the tag title scene.
Speaking of, is Carlito even in the Judgment Day?
I don't think he is. The certain websites have it and have him labeled as he's an associate. That's what they have him labeled as. He's an associate.
That's crazy.
So I guess he is for the sake of the PS5 in their clubhouse. I guess. Because apparently that's what he cares about at this point.
I don't blame him, man.
But nonetheless, Gunther is your new world champion. Do I see Finn? I was about to say Finn and Priest. Yeah, Finn and Priest. I was about to say Finn and Gunther. Finn and Priest, I obviously can see them going into the next pay-per-view, which I don't even know what the next pay-per-view is.
Is it Bad Blood? No, it's Bash in Berlin.
Bash in Berlin. Obviously, the match could happen there. It could happen at Bad Blood, which I think would be the next one afterwards. I lose track of what pay-per-views are.
Yeah, now he's starting to change them and stuff.
I used to remember back like in the 2012 days. Like if you asked me the pay-per-views, or no, 2013. If you asked me the pay-per-view for 2013 from start to finish, I could tell you. Now I can't.
Yeah.
So whatever pay-per-view is next, whether it's Bash in Berlin or whatever, I obviously see them doing a match. Does it carry out for the rest of the year? Maybe. I don't know.
We'll see. Triple H seems like he's all about long-term storytelling. So we gonna see. What we got next, bro?
Well, speaking of long-term storytelling, a storyline that damn near has been going on since COVID. Because I'm gonna say it as a whole, like the whole group.
Mm-hmm.
The longest storyline running in WWE that has not run itself dry. Ironically, it's revamped itself more than it ever has, especially after Mania. We have the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, taking on the man who proclaims himself as the new tribal chief, Solo Sikoa.
He's not my tribal chief.
He's not mine either.
My tribal chief Roman Reigns.
So, going into this match, there was already a lot of interesting things going on. We've seen the debut over the last couple of months of new members of the Bloodline. We've seen Tama Tonga. We've seen Tongaloa. We've seen Jacob Fatu.
Tongaloa is like the most useless member of the Bloodline.
He screwed up his own return. They said the ref, when they did the count, he was supposed to stop him after 2, but the ref had to stop himself and pull himself out. So he already botched his own damn return at this point. But, and keep in mind, he was in WWE previously. He was Camacho in WWE back in 2012.
Okay.
So he'd already been there once. His brother Tama had been over in New Japan for the longest, and Jacob Fatu was in MLW. Full disclosure, and I love calling this out, they're Tongan, and I don't even think they're blood related to the Anoa'i family, but they're labeled as bloodline.
The only one I think is Jacob Fatu, because his last name is
Well,
Fatu.
Jacob Fatu, yeah, but Tama Tonga and Tonga.
Yeah, I think they say like they family like Hikaleo or something.
Hikaleo is also related to Tama. No, they said their father Haku, The Rock considers like his blood uncle, even though they're like not related or something.
Yeah, it's some weird stuff going on.
It's,
but they're in the bloodline.
They look Samoan, I guess, so it allows them to do it. But anywho, a lot of new additions, and you know, I told them flat out, and if you go back to our other videos, I said flat out after Mania when Roman lost, I thought the bloodline was dead.
I think everybody thought that.
Instead, they bringing in new members. They're doing all this. Like I was the one first to admit off camera that I literally said, "Okay, I admit I was wrong. I thought the bloodline story was dying out. Nah, it's more reinvigorated than ever."
Oh, so you're invested?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've actually been invested. Like I've been busy, but I'll admit this. I've tried to stop it and at least watch the bloodline segments.
Okay.
Like I'll at least try to do that.
You know what? And I've been watching the Bloodline, and I've been a fan of the Bloodline since day one, since like Roman was beating the hell out of Jey Uso, which is probably my favorite storyline of all time.
Keep in mind he did that twice.
Like
He did it again last year, so.
So I've been invested this whole time, and I keep telling myself like, all right, after this, it can't get no better than this. And then
You just keep telling yourself this every month.
it's not gonna get no better. When I saw Jey Uso super kick and I thought the bloodline imploded, I'm like, all right, this is it. This is as far as it could go. And then Jimmy comes back, heel and all this type of stuff, and I'm like, okay.
Well, a good ass theme song, by the way.
Cold.
I do rock with it. I feel like he got the better theme song than Jay did.
Then it's like, okay, all right, it's over with. The Rock comes back, it's like, all right, like, and after The Rock leaves, this thing is over with.
It's like Roman lost, The Rock's gone. What's next? Tama Tonga shows up. Tongaloa shows up. Jacob Fatu shows up.
You know, Solo is self-proclaimed tribal chief now.
Kicked Paul Heyman out the bloodline. Power bombed him through a table.
You know what? I was at that show. No, that was the next week's show. I was at the show when Jacob Fatu debuted. That's the one we went to.
All right.
So I was like, damn, this is a big dude. I was about to say something else. I was about to say this is a big MF, but
He has a good theme song too. I like his.
Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
So you know what? And I'm very interested. The OG.
They said for him, he lost a lot of weight before coming in because they said on the Independence he was like Umaga size.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they said he lost a lot of weight.
And you know what? For a dude his size, because I saw he only 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
He's 6'2", 300 some pounds, whatever, maybe. That dude is mad. That dude look menacing. Like he looked like a killer. And low key.
And the fact that he don't talk all that much either, it really like solidifies it because like he lets his talking be done like in the ring.
Low key, and I've been seeing people say he's low key been outshining Solo. Which is crazy, because Solo been doing his thing. But that just show you, man, like...
Because I think a lot of people have been seeing how Jacob Fatu is, and keep in mind, Solo really hasn't been wrestling for real since, like, Mania.
Yeah, he ain't had too many. He had that one match against Cody when everybody, like, you know, that's the match show we went to.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob Fatu just came in and destroyed everybody.
Yeah.
So,
like, he hasn't really wrestled for real. So it's like you look at Jacob Fatu, who's like been in the ring and doing his thing and whatnot. It's like I understand, like he was big on he was big in the independent scene. Tama Tonga obviously is a big name. Like I said, this is where I come into play because I know they've already talked about it, but it's like I've seen all these dudes outside of WWE. I've seen how they are as wrestlers, as tag team wrestlers, as solo wrestlers, and these are all good guys. So the fact that they're in the bloodline, I'm gonna say this flat. I think the bloodline is more menacing now,
absolutely,
than it was back when Jimmy and Jay were in it.
These dudes only care about brutalizing people. Like, that's it.
It's like their moniker could be like, you either bring me championships or you bring me bodies.
I don't even think they care about titles, to be honest with you.
Well, remember how Solo said you're going to bring titles back to the bloodline tonight? So
okay.
Solo's kind of like title driven. It just seems like Tamba and all of them just want to kill people.
That's it. I feel like that's what it is too. But let's get back into the match though before we go way off. So
that's just my take on the new bloodline, by the way, just so you know.
So Cody Rhodes got the odds stacked against his bloodline rules. He's been through this already.
I had made a joke already previously, bloodline rules. I thought The Undertaker was going to show up randomly again because, you know, bloodline rules apparently.
So
that's just my joke.
We thinking Cody got his set. Like, he got Solo up for the crossroads. All of a sudden, Jacob Fatu, the menace, comes in. And his Cody was like a whisper in the wind or something.
Yeah.
First of all, that big dude should not be doing whisper in the wind. I want to call him something else. But he doing whisper in the winds is crazy. And you know, all the Tongans and Jacob Fatu, they just brutalizing him. Obviously, Randy come out, KO come out. We kind of knew what this was, you know.
Yeah.
Roman comes out with some new theme music,
which is his music from Mania, believe it or not.
You said that. Now I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the Mania entrance. And
everyone was wondering when he came back what was going to be his music because you couldn't use his original music.
That's heel music.
Because it's heel music. It wouldn't have made any sense. So it's like, how can you make it sound more babyface? I think in a way they didn't make it sound more babyface. It just made it sound like more godlike because you hear like the drums, you hear the choir.
I'll low key rock with it. I'll low key rock with it.
I hope they do stick with this. I hope this isn't one of those like they used it just because it was SummerSlam and then he just goes back to his normal music.
You know, a lot of people didn't like his theme song, his heel song at first when he first changed it from the Shield type music.
Oh, I loved that it was a new one because I was getting tired of because I'm like I felt bad. You looked at Dean and Seth and like they got new music, they got new ring attire. You looked at Roman, it's like, okay, we're gonna put your logo on the vest that you're still gonna wear, and then your music just sounds like the same thing but just revamped.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like Roman, once he came back as heel, he finally got his own. Like they gave the vest out. He had new music. Like it was honestly menacing.
That match when he sent Damian Bron to AEW, that was when that theme song first came out. That was when he first used that theme song.
No, I thought he used it on like a SmackDown or something.
No, it was a SmackDown. When Damian Bryan had that match, that was a SmackDown.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his Mania match.
No, after WrestleMania, when they had, it was like if you lose, you gotta leave WWE or something. They had the match and Roman beat him clean. No, did he beat him clean? I don't think
Bryan got kicked out of there. Like he had that match at Mania was the last match he had.
No, he had a match on SmackDown for the title against Roman, and if he lost the match, he has to leave WWE. This is 3 years ago, bro. So.
Because I'm thinking back to WrestleMania 37, and I was like,
they had the match.
The Mania match, but nowhere in there was there a stipulation.
No, it wasn't not on the Mania match, but they had a match on SmackDown. If you want to look it up, bro, I'll show you.
I'd have to look it up because I don't.
I'll show you, bro. It's all good. So they had that match, and that's when he debuted the new theme song.
But anyway, his theme music goes hard, whichever.
It's tough. It's tough.
But he comes out now. People are wondering: is he here for Cody because he was the man who defeated him, or is he here for Solo, who's proclaiming himself as the new tribal chief. Now,
He had the OTC shirt on.
I was about to say, you had the OTC shirt. For those that don't get it, some already do, some don't. For those that don't get it, OTC stands for Original Tribal Chief. I thought it was only Tribal Chief at first. It could be that, it could be whichever one you look at.
OG Tribal Chief, whatever you want to call it, man. He is that.
He's Original Tribal Chief, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And we got his answer. He ran into the ring, hit Solo with a Superman punch, hit him with a spear. He looked at Cody. He kind of looked at the camera. He had one of those, like, camera shots. And then, like, he got out the ring. And then, like, Cody hit him with a crossroads. And one crossroads, not three. One. Hit him with one crossroads, and Cody recovered.
Because whenever Cody goes for 3 crossroads, something bad happens.
Yeah, because, well, he got the one with Mania. He did get 3, and I know that.
Okay. A lot of times when Cody goes for 3 crossroads, something bad happens.
Yeah.
So, but
He went for 1.
Yeah, he hit the 1. And now I'm interested. So now I'm trying to wait. I can't wait till Friday to see what happens on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So,
it'll be really interesting too to see, because now it's like, do we have like this Bloodline Civil War go on
again?
Like could we see at War Games a 4-on-4 like Bloodline War Games? Could it be like, say, like Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, Jacob Fatu, and Solo versus like Roman, Jimmy J, and maybe Sami, since he's close with Jay like that.
Sami would be the option.
Do they have Zilla Fatu debut? Because at this point they're just pulling wherever their Samoans are and just pulling them right in.
They run this industry.
They did say Tama Tonga's younger brother Hikuleo is signed to the company, and I think he's going to get branded as Tala Tonga, I think was the name.
I keep hearing about Hikuleo.
He could join the group, and maybe Jacob Fatu turns on Solo and goes to Roman. Maybe a lot of people are saying it looks like Jacob's like a double agent, because they say the way he looks at the Ulafala and everything else, he damn near could be turning. So maybe it's Roman, Jimmy J, and Jacob Fatu versus.
Don't tell me Jacob Fatu think he could be tribal chief.
No, maybe he was planted there by Roman. You never know.
We never know, man. Long term, you just gotta keep watching.
Maybe it's Solo and the 3 Tongans versus Jacob Fatu, the Usos, and Roman.
But we know we're getting the OG bloodline versus the new
school
bloodline.
versus old school bloodline.
So I'm interested. That was a hell of a way to end the show. I liked it. I kind of like SummerSlam.
For this one, I genuinely, I mean, outside of the Bayley Nia thing,
yeah,
I'd say outside of that, it was a pretty decent show. Like,
I mean,
it had something that the pay-per-views haven't had in a while. Like Money in the Bank. Okay, the Money in the Bank matches were good, but it's like kind of thing else is kind of like,
yeah.
It's like WWE's pay-per-views. It's like they haven't been bad, but it's like they kind of like ever since WrestleMania. Like you did WrestleMania, and it's like kind of after that there was nothing that really like topped it or was like at that level.
That main event, that WrestleMania main event, the 2 main events were probably 2 of the greatest main events I've ever seen in my life.
Especially for a WrestleMania.
Exactly.
And then, fun fact, this is going to be the last SummerSlam that's one night, I think. Or is it next year?
You might be right.
I might be right, I might be wrong. But if not, next year, believe it or not, I believe it'll be the debut of 2-night SummerSlam. Yes, you've heard it here. It's not just WrestleMania anymore. It'll be a 2-night SummerSlam spectacular.
I don't know if I'm a fan of that.
I don't know if I am either, because I don't know what all you could do.
I don't think you need 10 matches for SummerSlam. 10 matches for WrestleMania? Okay, cool. I get it. 10 matches for a SummerSlam? I'm cool. Because I'm like I said about the AEW shows, man. I'm all about, if you got a good pay-per-view with like 5 matches, 4 matches. Alright, 4 might be real low. 5 matches? I'm cool with that, bro. And we got rid of the pre-show. Like the matches, the dark matches, or what are we calling
it? You're talking about Zero?
The kickoff matches? Something like that for WWE.
Oh, no, WWE, that was just a kickoff.
Right. Like, they got rid of that. That's not even a thing no more. They just got the panel now.
Yeah, it's just like a countdown show.
So,
like, I remember, I think I turned it on 2 hours before, because it said it was live, and it was just like a 2-hour panel countdown show.
Because the pay-per-view in Chicago don't start till like 7.
Yeah, because I didn't think it started till 7. And this was the first pay-per-view in a while that was not, you had to watch it at like 9 a.m. Like, I was actually able to go to work and like do what I need to do, and like actually know I'm not missing half the show. I mean,
Yeah.
granted I had to do stuff and I would miss the show anyway, but it's like at least it was one of those where if like I wanted to watch it, I didn't have to be up at 8 in the morning to watch it.
So the next pay per view is.
I think it is Bash in Berlin.
Okay, so that might be an early one.
Yeah, that's an early one. The other thing with SummerSlam, they also did announce SummerSlam 2026, I think it was, coming to you live from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Where is it at next year?
I don't think they've announced it yet, but something tells me if they have that deal, it's probably going to be in Indiana.
We gotta go to, cause me and actually.
The Rumbles, I know, is in Indiana.
Actually, we're planning on going to the Royal Rumble.
I was thinking about it too.
So, y'all might see us at the Royal Rumble, man.
It's only, for us, it's only, I believe, 2 hours away from here.
I don't know.
I think
It might be a little more than, it might be like 4. For a drive, it might be like 4.
True.
I ain't flying though.
Oh, I ain't that'd be a waste of a ticket. And granted, it'd probably be cheap. You'd probably get it for like $40.
Yeah.
I don't even know if an airport in Indiana for real.
Yeah, you right. Indiana kind of sucks.
I don't think they have an airport.
I'm sorry, y'all, for the people who are in Indiana. What's over in Indiana? It's cheap over there though.
It's cheaper to get groceries.
It's cheaper to get everything in Indiana. Illinois suck, bro.
And you can shoot fireworks off in Indiana.
I'm paying hella taxes for no reason over here.
Well, before this turns into an Indiana-Illinois tangent. But just for pure fun's sake, comment down below, either if you're from Indiana, Illinois, if what we're saying is true, just comment down below kind of some griefs you have.
Comment down below if you live in Chicago or Illinois, and Illinois sucks.
And know how high our gas
Cook County.
prices are.
Especially Cook County, gang. Let me.
Now you're really narrowing them down.
I'm your boy, Jay.
I'm your boy, Amity. Welcome
And we
back.
out.